Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Getting ready to do my valve adjustment here. Figured I'd just take the tank off, make it easier to show on camera a little bit here. But basically, you got one 10 millimeter here, two on the other side. My bike, I put an oil cooler on it, so it's kind of more of a pain with those hoses. And then what we'll do is take these caps out, this one and this one, and turn it around till we see the mark with the T, and I'll try to show it on video. Hopefully the lighting's alright in here. But I just unhooked my fuel line. This is 10 millimeter bolt. I was going to clean my air filter. It was pretty dusty on the mountain video. And then if you can see it, you got the two other 10 millimeter bolts there. So let me get the tank off, and then I'll get the camera back on and we'll do some adjusting. Okay guys, I got those three bolts out. Got the top set off to the side. Take these two caps out. You'll need a 10 and a 6 Allen. Some of them are just like flathead. And then you'll need a 14 millimeter socket. So I got it on there now. I'm trying to, hopefully you guys can see that. But there's another line with an F. That's not the one you want. You want the one with the T, and that'll be top dead center. So let me see if I can get it on there, or get it over to it, and then I'll come back and see if I can get a picture of it. Alright, so we got it on there, and it's just literally like not even a little bit of a turn, and you'll see the line with the T, and then you'll see the little line in the threads where the plug goes. So just line those two up the best you can, and that'll be top dead center. And then you got your both rockers. You can adjust both of them since this is a single lobe cam. And I do have the, I think it's a 292 Motocults cam in here. So my valves, I set them at 4. So give me just a second here, get this set up, and we'll try to get it all on a camera shot for you guys. Alright guys, let's see if I can do this here. Sorry if the camera gets shaky. I'm trying to get good pictures and so you guys can see it. And I believe those are a 10 millimeter nut. Let's see, yeah. So just crack that loose. They actually make a tool, I should link it. But mine's .004. Somewhere if you can see it. So basically I put a little bit of oil so it slides easy. And then what you want to do, right between the top of the valve, and just snug that down to get just a little bit of drag. Should feel just a little bit snug on each one. You might have to, I don't know, I'm kind of picky. That seems a little tight, so it'll tighten up just a touch more when you snug that nut down. So you kind of just need to play around with it a little bit. Feels pretty good there. And then you want to do the back one the same way. I'm gonna go over on this other side. Yeah, that one there's a little loose. So same way. Probably gonna be just right there. Oh, that's good right there. Snug that one down. And then you just, like I said, just want a little bit of drag. Just like so. A little bit of drag. And I'm running T6 1540 Rotella in here. And after 600 miles, I haven't changed it yet. I'm getting ready to change it after I do the valves. I thought I could get some more oil here. Let me get this. I got a clean paper towel here. There's some on that bolt head, so you guys know it's clean. And then, yeah, it's a little dirty, but not terrible. So then all you got to do is wipe all the oil off of this, where the gasket rubber O-ring goes that's on your valve cover. Zoom this back out a little bit. Get all that cleaned off. And like I said, if you don't have the oil cooler that hooks to the valve cover, it's a little easier to finagle that thing in there, but with it, that one wasn't too bad. And then just double check that O-ring around there. Mine's red. And then just line the holes up. Crazy thing is the ride I took the other day, 500 miles, man, I was sore. And you know the crazy thing, I never shut this bike off other than to take like a 5-minute break, get a drink, eat a Cliff Bar, and get gas. And this little motor just screamed right along. And it's a stage 4 kit. So, I don't know, that was a pretty good test for it. I figured if it was going to explode, it would have on that trip up in the mountains and back. And we went from 4,500 feet elevation to 9,000 was the highest we went yesterday. Or, well, a couple days ago, it wasn't yesterday. Just snug them down and you'll be good to go. That's it, guys. That's pretty simple. And it's way cheaper than having a shop do it. And then what we got left, put our plugs back in here. Oil off. Yeah, I ended up having to get a different cover. I cracked that. A rock flew up and hit right here, right where that skid plate is, and I didn't have the skid plate, so that was, I ordered that right away once I ordered the new cover. Just tighten this up here with the 10. Just snug, they got O-rings, and then put your 6 in there. Just like that. Alright guys, hopefully that helps some of you new guys out that wants to kind of tinker with your bike. These bikes are good to learn on, you know, if you're just wanting something to tinker on, and they're cheap and reliable. Like I said, this one here, I put the Stage 4 in motor kit, and it went from, I think it was, I don't remember what stock was. It might have been 14 to, I think it moved it to 28. So it almost doubled the power, which is phenomenal. And I'm running a 1732 sprocket, I believe. The back is a 32. And it'll cruise at 60 fairly easy. I weigh 185 pounds. And that's with my saddlebags and gear and everything on. So it works out pretty good. Alright guys, if you stuck around this long, please like and subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. Comment down below if you want to see any other videos. I need to tighten my chain and do some other stuff, so I'll put that on a video. Help some of you guys out if you want to know how to do that. Alright guys, appreciate it.